This is Jim after Ahn and Company, Alexandria, Minnesota, with your closing grain and livestock comments for March 17th, 2020. Corn market down 10 3/4, soybeans up 2.5 to down 2. Wheat market Chicago up 1 1/4. Minneapolis basically a steady half down market, and the Kansas City wheat market up 8.5. Grain markets for corn right now, it's a market that is on edge. A lot of people talking about and sharing the lack of profitability. Nearly 80 cents a bushel loss brought through ethanol door right now, and I think that's bringing concern, bringing the potential of widening basis levels, and really just creating an edginess around the market. Right now, we're looking at price counts that potentially bring May corn down to around that 334 mark, and we'll be continuing to watch that here in the days ahead. Surprisingly, we're not that far away. Equally important though, as we work into spring, we're not that far away from the highs either. You get a 20-30 cent bounce, which may seem like a lot to ask right now, but you get a few spring problems, a lot can happen. So I think we've got to check emotion at the door a little bit, hopefully a good base of marketing for many of you, and if not, I really will think it's important to see this thing out into that April-May time frame, but maybe extremely important to be working on some basis here as we work ahead. When you look to the beans and wheat markets, kind of stuck in a rut. Nice to see beans finally slow down a little bit, but beans have seen some of the biggest losses out of the grains, so important that they hold up here near the 100% retracement count. As we look to the feeder cattle market, up 277.5 to 505. Live cattle up limit 450, and the hogs up limit 450, so big reversals there. Cutouts really on a tear, particularly in the cattle market, as retail shelves, meat flying off the counter, a lot of sales. I was in a supermarket yesterday, and it's just crazy to see what's going on there. But a lot of purchases, big rise in cutouts, that's supporting cash and ultimately supported the futures market. What happens over the next few weeks as calmer heads prevail or as people hunker down will be extremely important, with many restaurants shutting down across the nation. So again, a lot of emotion, a lot of movement here yet. We'll see where things finish in the outside markets. As of now, crude oil weaker, Dow firmer, and dollar index up quite a bit as well. This has been Jim Emter, Ahn and Company, Alexandria, Minnesota. Traded in futures and options involves risk of loss and is not suitable for all producers. Past performance is not indicative of future results. This is a solicitation. Have a great afternoon.